Good day, mates. It is an absolutely beautiful day here in Toowoomba, Australia, and I have found my way to a really special place called Spring Bluff. And I was looking at the information the other day about the annual Carnival of Flowers, and as you can see, there is no shortage of flowers here. I was looking at the information about the Carnival of Flowers, and I was interested in seeing some of the different spots that you can visit during this time of year in conjunction with the Carnival of Flowers. And that's what brought me here today on this Sunday afternoon to the historic Spring Bluff railway station. And it is really a special place. And I'm going to do a walk and talk for you and bring you along. And I'm starting right here at the entrance of the railway station, and look at this, just really beautiful. All of these flowers just blooming and greeting you as you find your way into the railway station, which you can see just off over into the distance there. So I'm going to do what I love to do best, and that is walk and talk. And I'm going to bring you along, and we're going to go visit this really historic spot here in Toowoomba, Australia, on just a wonderful spring day. Welcome to Spring Bluff, so says the sign just across from the flower beds that I was sharing with you. And I'm gonna jump the fence here and look both ways in case a train comes on down the track. I hope a train comes down the track while I'm sharing this special place with you. I just hope it doesn't come down the track when I'm on it. But just across the way here, you see a gentleman taking a picture of a sign there in stone that says Spring Bluff, and you'll see that on a lot of postcards. Or not well, you'll see it on postcards, but you'll see it on a lot of images of Spring Bluff here. Everywhere you look, you see flowers. Really a special place. And just up ahead is the historic Spring Bluff railway station, and we'll go and take a look at that. It's actually early spring right here in Australia as I'm filming this. I think spring sprung probably less than a week ago, and this would be my third season. I'm entering the third season. I arrived here in I believe it was the autumn in February. Maybe that was late summer, but regardless. But this is entering my third full season in Australia, and that is going to be spring, and just around the corner will be summer. But I'm not going to think about that for right now. I'm just going to concentrate on all the beautiful flowers that come with springtime. Look at that, just gorgeous. Really is beautiful. A lot of work, I'm sure, went into these flower beds that I'm sharing with you. Just a lot of work. Looks like you got some poppies up on top. These, I think we would call these snapdragons when I was a little kid. And maybe they're gladiolas, I'm not quite sure. But I'll call them snapdragons, because that's what I used to call them when I was a little kid, growing up outside of Cleveland, Ohio. And boy, growing up outside of Cleveland, Ohio, one would always welcome springtime after a long winter on the shores of Lake Erie. And who'd have thunk when I was awaiting spring back in Euclid, Ohio, outside of Cleveland, that one day I would be doing a walk and talk in a place like Toowoomba, Australia, and bringing you along. You can look up the history of the Spring Bluff Railway Station. I'm sure there's no shortage of information about this historic place. All through Queensland, you'll see these water retainers, water containers, just like you see here. People will put those on their roofs, or put them just outside the just off the roof, and put it just offside the roof to collect rainwater. Now here's something you'll see a lot of. Look at this. I can share this with you. All these levers. You can see they're numbered. Number 14. That's something. Look at that. Give you a nice angle from here, looking down on that. That's something. Number 2 is the DN home to platform, DN home to loop, DN starter from platform, DN down starter from loop. See, they've got all the different information on there. I don't know if that'll focus on it. There you go. There's your information down there. All right. And there's the chart right up there. This is the cabin diagram, if you can see that. Having a little bit of problem with the focusing on this. Maybe I've got the autofocus turned off. This is the view you'd see if you were waiting for the train at the platform right here, waiting for the train to come. And then if I step inside here you have the electric staff single line safe working system. Look at that. It's just not quite focusing as I would wish, and probably because I don't have it on autofocus. That it would probably help if I had it on, actually had it on autofocus. Now I do. I switched it while I was filming. But look at this. Hopefully the rest of the footage is gonna come out okay. Look at that. Boy, days gone past, huh? Isn't that something? And there you see the patented information right there. Really nice. Wow. 50th anniversary of the end of World War II. Having marched from Carbarla across the escarpment on St. Patrick's Day 1942, the troops of the 25th Battalion entrained for Brisbane for further training, and in July 1942 headed north to Townsville and then on to Milne Bay in New Guinea. There's a thing there that's commemorating the 50th anniversary. Some other information here, different pictures. There was actually a historic flood in this area back in 2011, and you could, I'm sure, look that up on YouTube as well. But this this area was just devastated with the various floods. And here's the other information. Lockyer Valley. Pan up just a little bit. Very nice. Quite a historic place. And here they have some information about the Spring Bluff Station. Fantastic. And then just over here, look at this. They've got the bamboo. And here's another switch that you can see. Look at that. I'll give you a view up into the bamboo. All right. Now what I'm going to do is bring out the kid in me, and perhaps the kid in you as well. I'm going to take you up and show you the playground here. Let's see if we can't go up and find an available swing. Boy, what a nice place. I wasn't actually planning on coming back to Queensland on this trip. I had found my way down to Victoria and fell in love with the Mornington Peninsula and Ocean Grove and all those other special places down there, and I was thinking that I was gonna stay put, but as it turned out, I found my way back to Queensland, and actually, to be quite honest with you, I'm rather happy that I did. Look at this device here, this vehicle that would take you along the rail line. Look at that. You would sit on it. I imagine you'd sit there on your seat with your what do they call it? The tinder box, I think, or something. The lunch box. Isn't that something? And you would use a lot of muscle power to take that thing along up and down the rail. Wonderful. And then just up here is the actual playground. You might imagine on such a nice day there's no shortage of people that are out enjoying the weather. Okay. You see there's a nice playground. You can bring the kids and play. I even see a basketball court off in the distance. And as one would come to expect, what playground and park would be complete without having a Barbie here, where you could throw some steak and prawns on the Barbie, have yourself a nice lunch. Here's a nice gazebo right there. It's actually a Spring Bluff hike that you can take. It's about a 20-minute hike up the hill. And I don't know how ambitious I'm feeling, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll do that. We will see. across the way here, we're going to get into the grounds of the railway station, perhaps the groundkeeper's cottage. There's actually supposed to be a nice place up here to come and have a bite to eat. The cafe, I think it's closed, but the cafe here, you can come up, and I think they call it the Pancake Cottage, if I'm not mistaken. Look at right there. Wonderful. Stop and give you a nice view of that. Here's a information board about tunneling through time from the Queensland Rail, saving our historic tunnels and investing in the future, and looking back, the first railway crossing of the Great Dividing Range right there. It's always interesting to share some pictures, such as this one of Robert Ballard, who was a English engineer. I don't know how well you can see Robert there. And lest I forget, Harry wouldn't forgive me if I didn't show Abraham Fitzgibbon, the Irish entrepreneur, an engineer right there, who was instrumental in building this first railway crossing of the Great Dividing Range. Look at this. This would be the cafe, I believe, and a place where you'd come and order up some pancakes. Look at that. Very nice. And look at these flowers down here. Boy, they really did a nice job with this place. Look at this tree here, just waking up to the spring. Isn't that beautiful? Perhaps you can see some of the bees. Look at that. They don't care about me. They're too busy. They're too busy collecting their nectar. Busy as a bee, I think, is the saying, is how the saying goes. Look at these beautiful flowers here. Really something. And here, I don't know if this is the mailbox or not, but look at this. Really special. Boy, I hope Sue Smith back in the villages is viewing this. Here they have some, looks like some roses that are growing up here. Look at that. Boy, no shortage of opportunities for individuals that like to do photography at all. or videography, such as the case with myself. All right, so that is that's your tour, just about. I'm just coming up over to the other side here, where I've got some youngins posing for mom in front of the Spring Bluff sign. Look at that. Very nice. Here it is, folks, Spring Bluffs. Boy, what a nice place. Actually, find my way just over here. And just across the way there, that's where I came in. See the flowers just over there. Wonderful. All right. So there you have it. There's your visit to Spring Bluff here in Toowoomba on a beautiful spring day. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Really a special place.